Welcome back everyone. Today I'm just going to do a simple video on a few rigs for rock fishing. This is a question I just got asked not long ago by a gentleman. He just wanted to know if I could show him some basic rock rigs for fishing around the east coast of Australia. So that's what this one's about, and let's get into it. Like I said, this one's back to basics. There's a few basic rigs here for a couple of different types of species that, well, I grew up using on rocks, and they're pretty much stock standard rigs a lot of people use. Okay, so the first one I've grabbed here is just a small, I've got these rigs already made up, I'll show you bits and pieces. Okay, it's like a paternoster rig, but just a one hook. But this is for your smaller fish. Say if you're on the rocks and you want to go chase some, I don't know, drummer or some bream or something like that off the rocks. You're not going down there chasing big fish, just want to get a nice feed. This is just a basic little rig that works well. So basically I've got just a black swivel here. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. And then about 1.5 foot, this usually about 20 pound. You don't want to fish too heavy for when you're chasing a smaller fish off the rocks. Something about 20 pound. It is a little bit heavier line I've got on here, but it's just for show so you can see it. Then we go down, well, I'll put a loop in the bottom, and then we just got a little small sinker, something like this spoon, old school spoon, or a little snapper lead. You can even tie a ball on here if you want to, but generally you used to use years ago when chasing a smaller fish, especially bream off the rocks, just like these little spoon sinkers, okay? So you got your sinker, about 1.5 foot line to the swivel. Then from the same swivel, we just have like our branch line. Okay, this is the one to the hook. So tied to the same swivel, we'll just have, what's that, about 10 inches? Okay, branch line. Once again, about 20 pound, it's enough. And then we usually just have like a bigger bait holder on that. And that's a good one if you want to put prawns or squid, or if you're off the rocks, most of the time use the bait that's on the rocks, like down south we go get some cungy. Break it open, put it on your bait holder hook, throw that out. Okay? And that's a good way to catch a few smaller fish off the rocks and get a feed. It's just a back to basics rig. The next one we'll go to is if you say you're chasing more tailor off the east coast, off the rocks. Probably should untangle them first, eh? Okay, so we're going to chase them to tailor, so everyone knows this one. So going down to the rocks, you want to cast out off the rocks, out into the ocean. We go back to with a whole pilchard, so we got gang hooks to put a whole pilchard on. Okay guys, you got to once again about 1.5 foot, a leader. If we're chasing say tailor, I'll run about a 40 pound trace. Okay, just for their teeth, that's all. 30 to 40, 30 is fine as well, 30 to 40. That's the other reason why we've got gang hooks, it stops them biting you off. So gang hooks, 30 to 40 pound leader. Once again, to a little black swivel. You don't want to go chrome or brass or anything shiny, because fish like tailor are attracted to shiny things and they'll bite it off and they're toothy. So just go black, just a nice dull black swivel. And weight wise to suit. Say something around a 20 kilo swivel or something, or 15 kilo swivel. You don't need to go big massive swivels, just something that's strong, okay? And then this one, you just got your ball sinker. So it's a running sinker rig, basically. It's all it is, running sinker. And a ball sinker size, that's going to depend on where you are, how deep it is, how much current, okay? And if there's a lot of current where you're fishing, okay, we don't generally run the ball sinker rigs. This is only for, well, basically no current or light current. Now, if it's a light current, you see which way the current's swinging, so you're on the rock ledge, the current's going to the south. With these rigs, we want to cast slightly north and just let them work their way around, okay? And when they start coming back towards the rock ledge, if you haven't had a hit or a bite, wind it up quickly so you don't get snagged. Cast back to the north and let it basically go down, roll down. And it covers an area, so that's a good thing about these type of rigs. When you're fishing, we'll say with star sinkers, or those big grappling sinkers, and you cast that in one spot, they won't roll very far. They only roll a little bit and then they'll dig in somewhere. They'll hook a rock or dig into the sand or somewhere, and that's where your bait's going to stay. Which is not a bad thing when you're chasing bigger fish and you've got bigger baits out for, say, jewfish and stuff off the rocks. That's not bad. But chasing tailor, even salmon down south in the colder water, some gang hooks, a pilchard and a sinker, a little bit of current, cast it to the north or cast it up current and just let it work its way around, but not too far. You don't want it to come back in towards the rocks and snag you. Okay, so that's not a bad one. The next one, what else have I got here? Okay, just like I was talking a minute ago. This one's the same sort of rig, it's ganked hooks for pillies. But this sinker, I haven't got the sinker on there, there's a snapper lead. I'll quickly put that on. We'll just put the loop through there, wrap around the sinker. There we go, just a snapper lead. So once again, this one's more for tailor and salmons as well. You can catch bream and other bits and pieces on it. But what we've got here is two bits of line, pretty much equal length. One's got a sinker on it, and one's got a hook, okay? And they both tied to the swivel. You got your black swivel there, and they're both tied onto it. See, it's pretty much equal length. And once again, ganked hooks. You can use ganked hooks on this one, put a pilchard on it, or you can put snelled hooks on this one and put like a strip of squid or a fillet of fish or something. If you're chasing, say, jewfish or something a bit bigger. This is a good rig for casting out, and you want it to stop in a certain area. I don't usually have a snapper lead on these ones. This one I usually put a star sinker on. Okay, but unfortunately I haven't got a star sinker to show you because I'm not doing much surf fishing up here. Or rock fishing. So just say that's a star sinker, okay? But your two lines equal length to your swivel. And that's just a really good, easy, basic rig for chasing a variety of species. You put small hooks on this to chase your bream and bits and pieces. You can put ganked hooks on it to chase your tailor, or you can put like a big single octopus hook on to put a fillet on, or a squid head or something like that, a bigger bait for jewfish. It's just a good rig to cast out and it'll sit. But I usually have a star sinker on that one. The only reason I wouldn't have a star sinker on this rig is if the platform I'm on, and I know it's broken ground and quite rocky going out, you don't want to use a star sinker if you know there's rocks and stuff out where you're casting. The star sinkers will get snagged very easy and yeah, you'll just lose everything. If I was fishing ground like that, I'd probably go a bigger spoon, or they have a bit more chance of dragging across the rocks. Snapper lead, a little bit more chance, but still snaggy. Okay, but definitely not star sinker if you know the ground out where you're casting is very rocky as well. I only use a star sinker if I know, well, the rock platform I'm on drops off here, down, and then there's like sand out here. I'll use a star sinker if it's sandy, so it digs in and my bait doesn't drift around, especially if I'm chasing bigger fish like jewfish. So I want my bait, well, I'm going to pick the hole or the gutter or somewhere I know where I think a fish is going to be. I want to cast into it. I want to stay in it. I don't want my bait being washed right around back onto the rocks and getting me snagged. So that's why I use a star sinker and a rig like this. Okay. And the other one we've got here, this is the lucky last one. This one's not so common. A few people know it, but not everyone. Those are just common rigs for rock fishing and surf fishing. They work well. This one's very similar. This one, I grew up down south fishing a place called Black Rock. Black Rock's down in Victoria. It's a rock ledge, and we used to catch you catch jewfish off it. But you used to get a lot of sharks and stuff there too. Gummies, and occasionally a snapper. And I learnt this rig. This is a rig we used to use in like the Bowen River when we were chasing mulloway. But I use it on the rocks as well. Because down off Black Rock, it was one of those places that had sandy patches, but there was rocks and stuff around as well. So it was a very snaggy area, but a great fishing spot. So we used to use this rig. So I used to get down there chasing gummies, jewies and snapper and, you know, bigger fish. So we used to have snelled hooks, no secret there, and usually a fillet of cooter or something like that. 40 to 50 pound trace, okay, usually a couple of foot long, to a swivel. Okay, you got your big swivel here, and then on the other side that goes to your main line, that goes up to your main line. But the difference of this one is, between the swivel on your actual main line here, not the trace, don't worry about the trace, so your swivel and your main line would have a little black swivel. Hopefully you can see that, and that one will be sliding there, okay? And then off this one, we used to have light line, like about 15 pound. It's only short, 15 pound with a loop on it. And we used to put our, sometimes star sinkers, most of the time like snapper leads on this one. So when we're fishing rather shallow and even broken ground, and it was can be quite snaggy, we used to have like what we called a breakaway. So this would be 15 pound with a smaller sinker on it. So we'll throw our fillets out, okay, on your snort hooks. This will sink down to the bottom, sit, you got your, that's probably 8 inches, used to be about 6 to 8 inches to a loop, and that will have like a small star or a snapper lead, usually a snapper lead so it doesn't get as tangled, or, I mean as snagged, but still get snagged in rocky areas I suppose. Whole idea of this one, if this one, when the fish picked up and run, okay, when, especially jewies, they pick it up and run, they wouldn't feel any weight, okay, so you've got your swivel on here. So this is just going to run out, your rod's on the rocks, you know, it's in free spool, ratchet on, the fish can pick it up and run. There's no, you can't feel any tension on the lines, especially for jewies, because they'll feel tension sometimes, they'll drop it, and they can be quite picky. So with this, you've got your sinker sitting here, the fish can run off, because the main line's just running through that swivel. And then when you strike and hopefully hook the fish and get into the fish, if your sinker's in amongst rocks, and the fish is pulling and you're pulling, if this is the same break strain as your leader or your main line, that's not going to break, your main line's probably going to break. And you're going to lose your fish and lose your rig and everything, and that's can be very upsetting, especially on a really big fish. So with the breakaway, if this sinker gets caught in the rocks, if it starts while you're fighting the fish, or if it's snagged from the start, you're not sure, because you know, the bait's just wafted in the current. If this is snagged somewhere, the 15 pound will break first. All you're going to lose is the sinker. And then the other bonus to that is, if you hooked a big fish like you got, I say, a 30, 50, 60 pound mulloway, or a nice big gummy, or a nice big snapper or something on, when the sinker breaks off, it's just you against the fish. There's no weight, there's no sinker. And you have a lot better chance of landing one, especially in, you know, rough areas. Okay? So that's a really good one when you're chasing some big fish and in some, you know, where there's some rocky outcrops and stuff, you know, or you know where it's going to be snaggy. It doesn't even have to be the big fish rig. You can still put small hooks on this, smaller bait, okay? If you're fishing really rough, rocky outcrops and you know it's very snaggy, you can just even, doesn't matter what sort of fishing it is. I used to use this one for big fish, but you can use this for your tailor, your salmon, your bream, drummer, blackfish, whatever you want to chase. Not blackfish, but okay, just make this is a breakaway sinker. You can use it in any circumstances fishing off the rocks, and it will save you fish and rigs. It's better to lose just the sinker than the whole lot. Okay, so that's just 4 common rigs, 3 common ones and one common one. No, they're 4 common, I suppose. That one's old, it's been around forever as well. Another thing before I go, I'm just gonna, people ask me what I usually use, leaders and hooks and stuff. And I've been through this in lots of videos, guys. The guys that watch me know, I always run BKKs. They're just my go-to hook now. It used to be Gamma Gatsu, now it's BKKs. They're not cheap, no, but they are very strong and they are very sharp, okay? When I'm using gang hooks, usually they're just mustard. I just get a box of mustards. I can't think of the number. You have to ask the tackle shop, I think 42s or... Anyway, I can't remember the number, but they're mustards, just in a box. You've got to make them yourself, so a pair of side cutters, open the eye, make your own gang hooks, and my gang hooks are mustard, okay? Swivels, I use all different brand swivels. I just find something that's strong enough, like these ones here. They're a black crane. If I'm going out reef fishing and stuff, they're 47 kilo, and they're not that big of a swivel, but they're very, very strong, and they're black. I don't run brass. I just don't run brass anymore. Not fishing in Queensland stuff. There's too many toothy critters that, you know, attack shiny things and bite you off. Leaders. I'm usually using 2 leaders. I've either got Black Magic or I've got Tiagra line. They're mainly my 2 leaders, especially if I'm offshore. I don't worry about fluorocarbon offshore, fishing in the deeper water. I never have. Some people are going to jump on me and say, yeah, you should use, you'll catch more. Yeah, you won't. Bullshit. if I'm fishing really clear water and like shallow water, even off rocks, like if you're fishing some rock platforms, chasing some bream and smaller fish in clays and the water's really clear, some fluorocarbon will come in handy. FC rock. That's the other one I use when I'm in shallow clear water. I do use fluorocarbon when I'm in shallow clear water. Okay, I think it does really help. But out wider and deeper water and stuff, nah, not so much. And the last thing is, guys, your limo beads and tubes and all that, you can put them on these rigs. They are a fish attractant. They will work, dress your rig up if you like, but I just find when you're fishing on the rocks and you're going to get a few snags and lose some gear, the less gear you lose, the better. That's the way I see it. And the less junk floating around the water later also. So when I'm offshore and stuff and I'm not losing too much gear, Lumo, beads and stuff, it comes in handy. When I'm float lining, I'll put the bead between the sinker and the hook so it doesn't make a noise, and it's a bit of a fish attractant. But off rocks and stuff, not so much. You can if you want, it's not going to hurt nothing, but that's your call. But me, I personally, no, I'd rather not. Anyway, that's a fairly quick and easy basic video. I hope this helps. I hope it gives you an idea on how to go rock fishing. And before I say goodbye, sorry, there's one other thing. You can just get some gang hooks too, especially if you're chasing tailor and there's a lot of white water around and no current. Just get some gang hooks, tie them straight on, or you can have a leader and a swivel, or just a leader and a FG knot, or bride, or whatever you're tying to your braid, if you're using braid. Just gang hooks by himself, put a pilly on it, and you can cast them out just into the wash, or just past the wash, and let them float around naturally. That's a good way to find a few tailor, even trevally, like in southeast Queensland or New South Wales, trevally, tailor and stuff in the wash. That's a great way to fish as well. But as long as there's no current, if the current's ripping, there's no point, because it's going to get washed straight back onto the rocks at your feet and or stuff from you and tangle you. But if there's no current and just a bit of wash around, just go and unweight a bait and some gang hooks. You'd be surprised what that catches too. That works really well. Anyway, now I'll say it again. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you like the channel and what I do, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, as it does help the channel. And I'll see you again next week. And hopefully we'll get stuck into some more fishing videos. We'll get better. Thanks guys. See you then.